Welcome back. In today's Hot Sauce, we were talking about a cold topic for our winter week here in Western New York. When it comes to blizzards in Western New York, Buffalo, everybody has a story, but now we have an author who's joining us who literally wrote the book on blizzards in Western New York. Thanks for joining us, Paul Moore. This truly is a passion of yours, snowfall in Western New York, which is no small topic.
No. Buffalo, of course, is known for its snowstorms. Everybody knows how much snow we get here, and I think it's kind of fascinating, the long history of snow and people having to contend with that in many different ways.
Now, this book really chronicles a long period of time and goes through many different stories and many huge storms. What led you to write this kind of book?
Well, I've always been fascinated by the weather. I grew up here in the Buffalo area, out in Clarence, and got to experience many of these storms firsthand. And I'm just very passionate about the weather, and I've also been a history buff much of my life. And I thought this would be a wonderful way for me to combine those two interests.
It really does, and you've done a great job not only with the meteorology and all those types of science elements, but also the social elements. You have newspaper clippings in here from many years ago.
Yes, the book is based largely on newspaper accounts of the storms, the first-hand accounts from people that actually experienced these things. And it relates many of the very interesting and oftentimes harrowing experiences that people have gone through during these storms that we've had here.
And some of the biggest storms that we all talk about, you know, that everyone has a story from, they're also included here, and a new light shown upon them. Tell me some of the things, the surprising things that you uncovered when researching this book.
Well, I think one of the surprising things was back in the 1800s, there was a real lack of coordinated snow removal. So this often led to confrontations between merchants and the street railroads, which would come along and they would plow the snow aside to the curb in front of the businesses and kind of block access to the businesses. And then the merchants would get angry because there was all the snow blocking the way, and they would be responsible for carting it away. So sometimes you had these confrontations between the merchants and the railroads where they would shovel the snow back and forth until somebody finally decided they had enough and carted the snow away.
I think some businesses may have similar problems today, not necessarily with the railroads. So here's some video. Not only were we watching video, but in your book you have some great pictures that I had never seen before. How did you uncover some of these elements?
Oh, well, the pictures, a lot of them came from the Historical Society or the archives of the Buffalo News and Courier Express. There's some wonderful pictures in there, very dramatic photos of especially the blizzard of '77 and some of the other big storms. And before that, a lot of neat prints from the 1800s before there were photographs.
Well, this is great. This really is a comprehensive book. I can imagine this would be a great gift for everyone who wants to have a story or does have their own story about Buffalo blizzards. Where can people find this book if they'd like to pick up a copy? People can find this at local bookstores. They can find it at Talking Leaves, Barnes & Noble, Vidler's, a number of the other local bookstores in the area. And you're going to be having an event soon, right? Yes, I'm going to have an event this Saturday coming up, January 26th. At Talking Leaves on Main Street at 4 p.m. I'm going to give a little presentation about the book, and I'll also do a book signing afterwards. Oh, very good, very good. Paul Moore literally wrote the book on Buffalo blizzards. We wish you wonderful success, and I hope your sales heat up after this cold topic.